Did you ever realize how powerful you actually are? Now, I know a lot of us in this high vibe tribe and watching these videos have a little inkling that we have a lot of power with creating our reality. And not everyone gets this. Some people are living on default. Some people really feel like life happens to them. And so today I'm talking about feeling lucky, being lucky, and raising our vibration. I love living this way. Today I'm talking about segment intending. And so stay tuned. There's a lot of planes. Bear with me. I'm in my car today because I'm running an errand and stuff. So. This is Abraxas. We're diving deep to remember our greatness together. And so there are ways that we get to create our own reality. And this morning in my shower, I was listening to one of my favorites, Abraham, through Esther Hicks. And they were talking about segment intending. Now, this is a practice that they talked about writing and coming up with like years ago when they first started talking to Esther Hicks, I guess in the 80s. And this is a practice that I've learned a long time ago too, segment intending. But you know what? I learned something else today about it. So first, I want to tell you what segment intending is. And then I want to tell you about how to fine tune it. Because we get to be creators of our lives. And that's super, super important if we don't want to live on like just a default mode. There's so many times that life can just happen to us instead of just really lining up the frequencies that we want to be living. So that means we have to be the frequency, we have to be the vibration of the life that we actually want to be living. So we have to have alignment, vibrational alignment. So first off, segment intending is, if you notice that your day has all these little segments into it. Like, so one of the segments was just driving where I am today. Another segment was just getting up in the morning. Another segment was, I don't know, going to the bank. Another segment was getting on the phone. Another segment was doing my yoga, whatever. So we all have these different segments. You probably get the idea of that. Now, before each segment, what we want to do is get kind of ahead of ourselves vibrationally. So instead of just dealing with the moment as it comes or when we're in it, reacting, we want to actually pre-pave and the segment that we're about to go into. So that means getting ahead of it vibrationally. So before I even drive the car, what I'm going to do is align myself up with the vibration that I want to be driving with. So that is doing gratitude statements. I'm so grateful for my car. I feel a sense of peace within me. I'm going to align with gratitude and light with every driver that I come in contact with. And so it's just vibrationally aligning. Now, kind of like an old way of doing it is kind of looking at the segment and stating, kind of like daydreaming about how you would want it to be. Like, okay, I'm going to drive my car. I'm going to have no traffic. It's going to be easeful driving. I'm going to be safe. So that's, that's one way of doing it. Now, today what I learned was just really aligning yourself, and you actually don't even have to talk about what's going to be happening in the segment. You get to just create positive emotion by aligning yourself with the frequencies you want to be aligning yourself with, like this. So, wow, I am so happy and grateful. I feel alive and peaceful in my body. I'm so grateful for my car. I have so much beautiful time and flexibility in my life. I feel overjoyed. So you start bringing in feelings and emotions into your pre-paving and into the segment that you are about to walk into. So the emotions and the feelings, along with the thoughts and what you'd like to create, is an important matchup. And so I've been trying it today. So my experience today was I got in the car and I started kind of trying pre-paving, and then all of a sudden, like, something happened. What happened? And Oh, four-way stop signs. they're always they're always good content for me to wake up. Four-way stop signs. You know, someone came. I was on here, and then someone was on my right, and we got there at the same time. And the way four-way stop signs work is that someone, if you get there at the same time, the one on the right is supposed to go. So I was doing this, and then he wasn't going, and then I did the little inch up, and then he started to go, and I started to notice my aggravation getting hooked in, and I was like, whoa, wait a second, I just pre-paved, why am I so what happened is, I was like, wow, I was just going through the motions of it. I actually didn't put just a real heartfelt sense in it. So it really helped me to just put one hand on my heart as I was driving and just be like, oh, let's get in a little deeper. I'm really grateful. I'm grateful for this time I'm going to have with my son. I'm grateful for the safe car that I have. I really cherish the peace in my heart. And then I got a little deeper with it, and then I could feel the vibration take over. You see, I started to intend just kind of in a rush and just kind of saying thoughts, but I really had to tune in. And the key is to really deepen the frequency into an emotional frequency, a higher emotional frequency. And there, everything started to just align. And I had a super wonderful drive, and I wasn't hooked in. It didn't matter that we were running late, and it didn't matter. So these are really potent tools for you to create your reality with. So let me know what you're working on today. What are you pre-paving in your day? And can this just little shift on how you do it make all the difference? So put in the comments, how did this work for you today? What segment in your day did you consciously pause and pre-pave emotionally into your higher frequency emotions, like joy and gratitude, and really stop for a moment to script that before you step into that part of your day. This is potent stuff, and it does work. It just worked for me this morning. Yay! And the idea is to really get ahead of it. It's harder to clean it up once you're in the segment and things are, carrying on. Now, I was able to do that today, but I have a lot of practice with this. But, once road rage starts, sometimes it's really hard to shift that. So definitely, before you start driving, pre-pave the segment that you're about to head into. And it's not just saying, this is how I want it to work. It's really tuning in deeper than that, deeper to really cultivate these high frequency feelings and emotions. And that is the law of attraction really at work. That is your superpower, people. And a lot of times we kind of bypass emotions, or we say, we don't want to be processing emotions. But the reality is that the high frequency emotions are really powerful, and we can cultivate those on purpose, and they make all the difference, so that we're not creating our lives on default or just as a reaction to low frequency emotions like anger and fear and boredom. All right, so this is kind of a quick one today, but I think it's some potent information. So really use this tool of segment intenting and pre-paving, and using your emotions, your high frequency emotions, to really align vibrationally with the day that you really want to be having, and with the things that you'd really like to have in your life, which really boil down to inner peace and authentic joy. So anything that we are really desiring in our lives, materialistically, usually wind up coming back to, well, we want it because we think it's going to make us happy. So be that high vibrational contentment, peace, and joy before the material thing even shows up that you think is going to make you that happy. So I hope that's clear. So let's go give this a try together. I'm gonna segment intend every single segment of my day starting now. I'm heading into an energy session. I'm pretty excited. It's called it's the next session of Marconics, and anyway, I'll do another video about that. But so this is I'll give a little example. I'm gonna walk in there soon. So before I walk in there, before I walk into that segment of my day, what I'm gonna do is go into this little rant, and I'll show you how it goes here. So I'm super excited to be here. I am so grateful to have connected with this woman, and she is making all the difference in my life. I feel my energy expanding and my vibration rising, and I know that the energy that I'm going to receive is actually working on me already. I feel such a deep sense of gratitude and peace, and I'm super excited to expand into this energy even more. I feel so happy and connected to my inner source and my outer source. So here I go. I'm going into my next segment with that energy lined up. It's really exciting. So give this a try, guys. Let me know in the comments how it worked out for you. And by all means, please subscribe to the High Vibe Tribe, click the bell, and I'll see you tomorrow.